Hello, YouTubers. So I want to talk about something. Has to do with eBay. eBay fees, for people who sell on there know they're getting out of control. I mean, they're just literally gouging people. eBay isn't what it used to be, and that's a shame. eBay used to be just a big yard sale, right? And but the whole world was your the buyer and seller, right? So you could find literally anything. And now they just want to sell crap from China, right? That's about it. They want to become a new Amazon, like a cheaper version of Amazon. They don't care about the people that made eBay, which would be everyone in the world, and having a flea market yard sale. When I first started selling on eBay, I could sell things for under $5, make $2-3 profit, right? And I was happy. Now the thing is, I wouldn't just sell one item for 5. I would sell 10 or 15 items for 5, all at once, and then go to the post office one trip. But it was just junk lying on around my house. Postage was also cheaper back then. We're talking 2005, 2004, 2003. Postage was much cheaper, so it was easier to sell things. So you could sell something for under $10. You could ship it, especially media mail was very cheap. So media mail now is quadruple what it was then. And eBay fees have gone up, I don't know, 1,000%. It's insane. They take 10% of everything, including shipping costs. So, and then you've got the PayPal monster, which is another 5%. Between PayPal, eBay, shipping cost, you're going to lose 25 to 30% of what you're sending, right? And everyone just pads that into their prices, so that's why there are no bargains. But this has a sinister reaction to video games, and I'll tell you why in a little while. The cause and effect for video games, the eBay monopoly and their price gouging of sellers has changed the whole landscape. So, getting back to my old eBay days, which I told you, even just 6 years ago, you could get great deals on eBay. You could get lots, and people would just bring them from the basement. They're old Atari, Sega Genesis, whatever. It only cost a few dollars to ship and to post, and people were keeping, 95%, 92% of the value of their items, which they didn't want to go to the yard sale or the flea market. They weren't going to do that, so it was amazing. And eBay's percentage was tiny, and they were happy with that because they were making it up in volume, right? So they got greedy. That all changed. It's no longer possible to sell junk on eBay. You can't do it. Now, when I was selling on eBay years ago, I would sell junk, just junk in my house. But they say my junk is someone else's treasure, right? So I'd sell old car stereos that I couldn't test, speakers that I couldn't test, old cassette tapes, old radios, old Walkmans, things that no one would buy that I knew. And if I had it on a yard sale, I might have to, because it's just about who's walking by the block, and so everyone wants for $1. But on eBay, because there's tens of millions of eyeballs, they're like, yeah, I want that 1980s Walkman, and I'm willing to pay $7.50 for it, right? And you could do that, and you could sell it instead of throwing it away. So everyone won. eBay got a small cut. They got what they wanted. You got what you wanted. You got a few bucks out of it, and it was great. But now, because they're taking 30% or more, depending on how heavy your items are, right? It doesn't make sense to sell things on it, because sometimes people say, I would be happy. My item is worth $5, but it's going to cost me $15 to ship it. I just can't do it, right? And then to add insult to injury, eBay takes 10% of your shipping cost, no matter what. What eBay wants to do is promote free shipping on all items. And this is the biggest joke. So it's like, you want to sell a widget for $5, but it costs $5 to ship, right? So before it'd be $5.5, and eBay would just take their cut off the $5 sale, not the $5. Now it's like they don't care. eBay, it's $10. You sold this item for $10, and we want our 10% of that. And PayPal does the same thing, right? Final value sale. So people just combine it. They're like $10. That's it. And PayPal and eBay take the same cut off that $10 fee. They don't give you a break on shipping. So they think people will buy more if they see free shipping. Fine, right? All sellers now have to estimate what their shipping costs are going to be and roll it into the price, right? Fine. So getting back to video games, right, and other collectibles, because of that, when you look at a price guide, like a rarity guide, and they go to eBay for prices, right? I don't think many people put this together, but when they go to eBay for prices, and because shipping is rolled in, and because of all the fees that are rolled into eBay, the prices on crap have steadily increased exponentially. That's why Duck Hunt Super Mario Brothers are $5 to $7, because it doesn't make sense to ship stuff and sell stuff on eBay anymore for $1. You can't do it, right? And if you're rolling in shipping costs, when it costs $4 to ship one Mario Kart, right? Plus all the fees, you're talking a $6 cart. Whereas if Funko was still around, they'd be charging 50 cents for it. That is the reason prices have gone through. So people are like, well, if Mario Duck Hunt is worth $6, right? Metroid must be worth 15. I mean, come on, this game is a million times better, and it's not as popular. So you see where this is going, right? And then people are like, well, fine, Metroid is worth 15, but then I have to add the 30% in cost, so now it's more like 20, right? And things just keep on escalating. And eBay, every single year, almost on cue, they've raised their fees. They just upped the cap to $250. They made it easier to return. They're making sellers eat more of the cost. So sellers are just rolling that through. They're adding that cost into the base price of all items being sold, which is increasing the prices of everything that is sold. So when collectors look at the last sale price of items, everything is up through the roof. Now, I've heard it said that eBay is making more money because their fees are, and PayPal's fees are just, they've grown so much, they've become so fat and greedy that they're taking too much of what people are selling, right? If you sell a cheap item, like I said, under $10, eBay's cut and PayPal's cut and the shipping cut, there's nothing left for you. In fact, it may cost you more to sell because of shipping costs and with all the fees than what you would have made, right? You just throw it away or donate it or sell it out of your own stuff for $2 and be happy with it because it's less hassle for everybody. But, and that's a shame that eBay isn't what it was, right? They should give a break to small items that are going for a little bit of money to bring that market back in. But I've heard it said that eBay sales are down, but profits are up because they're taking such a big cut out of everyone's pie. But because they've cut out the small people who just want to sell the stuff in their closets and basements and garages, they've lost that entire segment, and there's nowhere for those people to go. So I don't know where this is all going to end up, but I know for us in the collectibles market, which not just video games, but there's also comics now, it doesn't make sense to sell a comic for $1 because with all the other costs, that same comic's going to cost you $5 if you want to ship it properly, right? And shipping there's a problem with shipping too, with fuel cost being so higher, you know, what is it, 75, 80% higher, maybe more, maybe 200-300% higher, depending on what year you go back. For fuel, right? Fuel is 30, 40 a gallon, now it's 100. I mean, it's crazy, but that all got passed through. So the question is, if eBay were to collapse and a new competitor were to come out, would prices plummet? Would they start all over again? In this economy where people don't have the disposable income that they had years ago, right? I wonder if there is a video game bubble going on right now, especially for NES and SNES games, because the prices that are being bandied about, you know, for not even rare items, just the most popular items. You know, everyone owned Metroid and Zelda. Everyone. And you're saying a loose cart can go for double digits? I mean, it just doesn't make any sense. So, and Nintendo, Super Nintendo, I think was the most popular video game console ever. And that goes loose for good money on eBay now because it costs so much to ship and because of all the fees. And everyone thinks, wow, I got to get this because it's going to be worth like $10,000 one day. I mean, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I do think eBay is manipulating the pricing for a lot of the things that we hold dear. But I'd like your 2 cents. Thanks, guys.